Hey friends, this is Heath with Backyard Explorers. I'm here at my local library to see if we've got any questions from junior explorers. If they've got some questions for us, we're going to get some library materials and go on an adventure. So come join us. I'm here at my local library to see if we've got any questions from junior backyard explorers. It looks like JC is asking, is a butterfly an insect? That's a great question. Jeremiah wants to know, do all insects bite? Also a great question. Let's go ask the librarian if we can get some books on this. I think I know what we're going to talk about today. It looks like we're going to be investigating insects. So I've got my library card and I've got some books on insects. Let's go check these out and start our adventure. I'm here at my local park and we're going to be investigating insects. We should also do a scavenger hunt. That would be a great way for backyard explorers to see what kind of insects we can find. And we can do it without having to actually capture them. So let's go. The first thing we want to answer is, what is an insect? An insect is a small animal with 6 legs and 3 body parts. Well, I don't think that we can call this small, but I wanted to show you a bigger version so you can see what I'm talking about. Do you see how this bee has 6 legs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Insects also have 3 body parts. They have a head, just like we do, and they have a thorax, that's where the legs are, and they have an abdomen. They often have wings and antennae. Let's talk more about insects because insects are amazing. They can be found in almost every environment on the planet. They seem to be everywhere we look. Some fly through the air and some like to burrow underground. Some find their home in the leaves of the trees, while some like to be near water. Did you know that insects make up at least 80% of the species on Earth? That's right, they are part of the largest family of animals on the planet. Insects are classified as invertebrates. That means they do not have a backbone. Instead, they have a hard exoskeleton. That's a shell that covers their body. They actually don't have any bones at all. How cool is that? Some of you may be asking, where can I find insects? Well, look all the places that insects like to be. For example, check the underside of leaves. You might find insects there. If there's any flowers around, check those. Many insects are attracted to flowers. You might even want to turn over some loose rocks or some logs on the ground. Insects can be found a lot of places. I love investigating insects, but we do have to take some caution. People don't have to worry about most insects, but there are some that can bite or sting, like my toy ant here. So for our scavenger hunt, we're just going to be watching the insects we find. We're not going to be picking any of them up, and I'd encourage you to do the same. Did you know that insects have ways of communicating with each other? That's right. Crickets make sound by rubbing their wings together, but grasshoppers make a sound by rubbing their hind legs against their wings. So, what are insects talking about anyway? Well, they communicate about how to find food, how to attract a mate, and some even make loud noises to scare away hungry birds that would love an insect snack. Here's a fun fact. All insects have life stages, like we do. We go from being a baby to a kid to a teenager and then an adult. But when one special insect goes through its life stages, it changes from an egg to a larva, which in this case is a caterpillar, to a pupa, to an adult. Which insect are we talking about? That's right, we are talking about the butterfly. And yes, a butterfly is an insect. Even though we mostly see its big, beautiful wings, it also has a head, a thorax, an abdomen, and 6 legs right underneath. Did you know that most states in the United States have their own insect or butterfly? Here in Oklahoma, we have both. Our state insect is the honeybee, and our state butterfly is the black swallowtail. If you don't know what your state insect or butterfly is, ask your local librarian. Many people think insects are a pest, but it is so important that you know that the earth is a better place because of them. Some insects like to burrow under the ground, and that allows air and water to get deep into the soil. Other insects like wasps, bees, butterflies, ants, and yes, flies, like to pollinate our flowers when they're trying to collect nectar, because those pollinating insects help us to have crops that we eat and beautiful flowers and trees. So most of our food wouldn't even be possible without these pollinators. How cool is that? All right, friends, we have had a great time investigating insects. When you're doing your scavenger hunt, first locate some insects and then try to draw or describe them. Don't forget to label the body parts we've learned, as well as making sure you capture the shape and the color of each insect. For now, let's return our books to the library. I'm ready to see just how many insects I was able to find. We've just returned our books to the library, and I hope you've enjoyed investigating insects. Remember, for your scavenger hunt, be as specific as possible. You may want to go to the library to get reference materials to find out just what kind of insect you saw. Now it's time for you to do your own insect scavenger hunt in your backyard. Join us next time for Backyard Explorers.